investigation found that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which led to his dismissal. In terms of his arrest, we're still getting some details that are trickling in, but in terms of police, they have arrested Moore, and it's unclear if that is connected to his firing. The incident happened about 30 minutes before Michigan announced his dismissal. Jail records show the 39-year-old was booked yesterday evening.
Oh, so he got arrested before they announced. Oh, so it looked like they realized the situation was escalating and they fired him.
But don't list charges or a court date just yet. Pittsfield Township Police, without naming Moore, said they responded to an alleged assault and took one person into custody. Now, Michigan's athletic director said that Moore was terminated after an internal investigation found, quote, credible evidence that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, a clear violation of university policy. He added the school.
Here's what happened, okay? So after he got fired, after it became perfectly clear he then lost his $13 million, instead of taking accountability, he decided he was going to blame everything on the executive assistant. Because essentially, it was kind of her fault that they got caught, okay? So Michigan did their investigation once tips came in. They found no wrongdoing. They didn't find any proof of inappropriate relationship between Paige and Sharon Moore. Now, I'm sure that was a lie. I'm sure Michigan found proof, but they wanted to sweep it under the rug instead of addressing the scandal that was on campus. So they swept it under the rug. However, Paige ended up pregnant. And Paige told Sharon that she was pregnant. And Sharon been trying to get Paige to get rid of it. However, Paige why would you report the baby of a man who is due $13 million, right? As a broke college student, whatever broke, she's making $90,000 like as a it ain't $13 million. So why would you abort it? So because she refused to abort it, Sharon been stalking her, been harassing her, been trying to get her to abort it. So eventually, an anonymous tip came in to Michigan, letting Michigan know they were taking. Once they got that tip, they could no longer ignore it. They could no longer sweep it under the rug because this chick is pregnant.
If she's pregnant now,
this is going to be a bigger situation. So ultimately, that was the catalyst for him getting fired. He now blames her and believes that she's the one who tipped off the university and let them know that she's pregnant. So after he got fired, he popped up to her crib. Apparently, he popped up to her crib. And he put the knife to her throat, his throat, and he was threatening to do things to her. But, so ultimately, that was the catalyst for him getting fired. He now blames her and believes that she's the one who tipped off the university and let them know that she's pregnant. So after he got fired, he popped up to her crib. Apparently, he popped up to her crib with a knife. And he put the knife to her throat and his throat, and he was threatening to do things to her. But ultimately, he never did it. He ultimately left and went to a church where apparently he was going to do something very harmful to himself. However, the wife got wind of this, called the police. The police was able to go ahead and go to the church and get him.
License 1553 for domestic. Subject is called to that caller forwarded the mail.
wait, is this the this the assistant right? This is her?
The location, the house attacking her, the state's been stalking her for months. For the Pittsfield units referring to domestic.
Was he fucking? And this chick is over age, right? She's valid, right?
We just got a call from S1's wife in Ann Arbor saying that the subject is suicidal. Perfect.
Chat, also, let me tell you something. Flacco's assessment's a little bit off. I'm just giving the nigga assessment. When a nigga's cracking something at his job, it's not because it's fine shit. Nigga's cracking the thing at the job because it's convenient. You feel me? I go to work, I get my job done, I'm like, I'm watching a little bit of sports, my favorite YouTubers, and I'm getting pussy all in one. This is an all-in-one computer right here. This is like an all-in-one printer. You know one of them joints you get from motherfucking Staples. I don't even know if that shit exists. You just get everything all in one. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, yeah, she looks alright. But usually when the niggas cracking the joint at the job, that's the type of nigga who it's the best of both worlds. You don't got to go to the club to go get another bitch. You get everything at work. When you show up to work, it's amazing. You feel me? At lunchtime, you get neck. Like y'all flirting throughout the day. Yeah. Now, him getting her pregnant, this is what I think about that. I think she probably wanted to get pregnant. But at the end of the day, it's a young girl. Yes, there is a power dynamic. She probably like falls in love with him. He probably also, still is trying to make sure he balances the situation, because remember, he has a wife at home with kids, and the way to really push the issue, yo, I'm pregnant, nigga, what's up? Yeah, so that I think she probably wanted to press the issue, because she's probably realizing he's just showing up, getting some neck from her and beating it down, and then she wants to advance to something else. Every married man tell their side chick, baby, but I have a family at home. You can't, as a side chick, you cannot compete with the family and kids at home until you're pregnant. That's facts. You can't compete. Every married man lies to their side chick about some plan that they have of being with you. But the side chick at some point realizes you could never, ever, I don't care if the wife at home looking washed, which she did. The wife washed at home. But they got beautiful kids. They got home, mortgage. He ain't leaving. So at some point, to push the issue, the only way you can compete is like, all right, nigga. Now, again, this is my assessment. I could be wrong. I'm just about this for the first time.
I think it's job today.
Suicidal.
Lust will be the downfall of a lot of you guys, bro. You gotta learn how to control your lust. At some point in your life, you gotta learn how to control your lust, especially when you're in a position of power. When you have power, when you have everything to lose, when you are the breadwinner, when you have a lot of people counting on you, not just those children he recruited to the school, not just those football players, not just the parents who he looked in their eyes and promised to take care of their kids when they come to campus, but he had his own family counting on him. He probably paid his mama bills, his daddy bills, his family bills. He probably take care of everyone in his family. He's probably a first-generation millionaire in his family. And he threw that all away for some coochie. Think about the worst thing you've ever done for some coochie. Think about it. Think about the furthest you've traveled. Yo, I know some people who say, yo,
well, so it looks like, Chad, if I'm getting this right, it looks like he, again, it's an all-in-one. He's fucking shorty at work. His wife is old and wise. She probably even know. She probably know. Yo, every time you go on this trip, you don't even need the assistant to go on the trip to other schools. He bring the assistant, because he could fully crack when he's doing that. Shorty gets pregnant. He realizes, because he knew that they did an investigation on their relationship already. He realizes that now it's going to be a big deal. He's trying to get her ass to a boy. That turns to stalking. You know what I mean? The chick probably realizes this nigga been selling a whole lot of dreams because he was never going to leave his wife. All this, I got a family there. He don't want you to have a kid. It turns into some crash out shit. And he's kind of stupid too, though.
but they done traveled 12, 13 hours for some coochie, bruh. Now take away coochie and replace coochie with temporary satisfaction. You think you would do the same thing you did for coochie for no. If I tell you, hey, bro, travel 13 hours for some cheesecake. If I tell you travel 13 hours for $500, you'll probably say, man, F on my face, bro. Hell no. But the value we place on coochie is absurd, bro. The coochie of an average, middle of the pack, Michigan white girl.
Blah, blah, blah. And I can imagine 6-7 months ago I went through something very similar, so I know what that storm is like.
Yes, sir.
And unless you've been in it, that's why when people say this is what I would do, you don't know what you would do until you in it. Until you in that pressure cooker, until you in the eye of the storm. Until you in Ocho, you and I have had a conversation. So
Yes, sir.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
To be in that storm, and
Crazy.
everybody knows everything that you worked your entire life for.
Mm-hmm.
You feel it like it's crumbling right before your eyes.
Gone.
Yeah. And the only people that's gonna be there, it's gonna be a select few.
It's a sad situation all around. I can't say I feel sorry for him because I don't. But it's a sad situation all around.
That's it.
A shock in the world of college football.
The head coach of Michigan football
Is that the whole story? I thought there was more to it. New details.
This morning, the firestorm surrounding former University of Michigan head football coach Sharon Moore is only growing. Local authorities telling NBC News their investigation into an alleged assault is ongoing and that Moore will be arraigned later today, though he has not yet been formally charged. It comes as NBC News obtained this audio from Wednesday afternoon of a 911 dispatcher describing a chaotic call from an Ann Arbor home. Public records show a female university employee has an apartment there.
The detective called the caller and told her there's a male at the location and the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months.
Moore's name is not mentioned on the audio, and so far, police have not commented on whether he's connected to the alleged assault. But the fallout stemming from his abrupt termination by the school and his arrest just hours later, sending shockwaves through the sports world.
It's sad. It affects real lives.
It makes sense.
After several years as an assistant at UM, the 39-year-old took over when former head coach Jim Harbaugh.
Investigation.
Well, Craig, the university president released a statement overnight. It was addressed to faculty and
Okay.
All right.
And Your Honor, Joe Simon on behalf of Mr.
That's the charges.
We waive the reading of the complaint, Your Honor, and read the charges.
When we're going to have you waived, please be entered on your client's behalf. Simon, make your bond argument now or reserve.
Your Honor, I want to make a presentation now. That's okay?
All right, Mr. Mayersky.
Your Honor, thank you very much.
Look at niggas in court taking pictures of it.
I appreciate that. Mr. Simon. And thank you for the opportunity to be heard. As the court is well aware, this is not a series of offenses in Michigan that allow you to deny bond. I'm not asking for that. This is a felony of home invasion third degree, misdemeanor stalking that you were alleged in the complaint. Bart charges.
Oh, here we go.
Immediately that proceeded.
Okay, so they're
She presented herself to the University of Michigan, cooperated in some form of investigation.
Oh, so
As
she
we
snitched
all
on
know,
him.
the defendant was at some point on Wednesday after he was fired from his employment. He then, at some point soon thereafter, came to her apartment in the address that he alleged in the complaint, barged his way into that apartment. Immediately that proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You've ruined my life. And a series of very threatening, intimidating, terrifying, quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that moment. It was only then, Your Honor, when the victim, she called her attorney and then at some point indicated she was going to call the police, and then he left.
Wait, she called her attorney. Oh, she might have lined that nigga. if her first call was to her attorney.
And so, Your Honor, I understand that there isn't evidence to suggest that he directly threatened the victim with any of those implements that I've indicated. The totality of the behavior is highly threatening and highly intimidating. She was terrified, Your Honor. And in light of the totality of the circumstances, we consider the defendant to be a risk to
that people reference the corporal that I want to come back to, like more danger than that.
Okay.
Possibly fed. No one in the world thinks that this person is going to reach out to you. Should they do so, and again, no one thinks that they're going to, you may not reply in any form or fashion. The named victim's address will not be placed on the record. You may not go to that location for any reason whatsoever. Are we understood on the no contact and no go to, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions about that? Have a good attorney simply ask them. You understand? Mr. Simon, we are setting probable cause conference.
Okay. All right. I'm not that shocked about any of this. I don't know why this is even a topic. Yeah, I mean, everybody's fucking. Everybody got a side chick. Everybody's fucking somebody at work. At least, I guarantee 95% of coaches is fucking a chick that works. Like the football programs for these colleges are huge. If you notice, they're gonna have mad attractive chicks that just fill in random roles. And what do you think is happening? I guess the thing here is obviously he kind of threw away his opportunity of coaching for Shorty, but I'm guessing it probably spiraled to that point. And I guess he showed up trying to act like he crazy, but he got him locked up, and now, you know what I mean, it's gonna really set him back. But he'll be all right. Honestly, I think the Shannon Sharp shit was worse. Like, if he's a good coach, if he really deserved that $13 million, bro, he's gonna have to sit out for a year. Some team will bring him back. They'll bring him back as an assistant coach. And if he does a good job, like, you know what I mean, either running the I don't know what's the specialty, the offense or the defense, he'll get another chance. No, he'll be fine. Like, he just got set back. Like, this was supposed to be his big gig, probably, to show that he could be a head coach and probably move up from there, maybe to the NFL, but he was gonna get some good money. But his shit's not over. Shannon Sharp shit, when they start accusing of certain shit, even though Shannon's so fine. All right. Did they interview his wife? Damn, they're set up outside of nigga's crib? I want to know what his wife says. All right, whatever. Okay. Give me some topics, people. So I think you're missing something. I don't know what I'm missing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not seeing why it's that huge of a topic, and it's probably because I normalize in the behavior. Like, when I hear everybody keep saying inappropriate relationship, I'm like, okay, I get it. In the letter of the policy of the school, which, by the way, he should have followed because you're getting paid a lot of money. But the reality is most people are doing it. It's kind of like saying, I don't know. If you're locked up, you shouldn't be taking drugs. Well, a lot of inmates are taking drugs. Not saying it's legal or fine, but it is what it is. Like, it's a culture. The culture is these coaches are having sex with people in their front office. That's a fact. It happens in the NBA. Like, I think when people see these things pop out, they're like, oh, this is the one guy doing it. No. Most of these coaches are fucking somebody in that organization. That's not their wife. Their wife is at home. And to finish that point is, so that's not the point. Like, I get, like, and I even see Flacco saying, oh my God, you threw away your career. Yes, it's not the smartest thing, but a lot of people are doing it. It's kind of like a culture, right? What I would be shocked about with this story is that what it spirals to. Because if the majority of coaches are fucking their either assistant or somebody, How come you're the only nigga who gets fucking exposed and go to jail? And that's where the story is to me. But even then, I'm like, all right, this nigga clearly, he got her pregnant. He started crashing out. I know it seems like he got fired abruptly, but I'm pretty sure they were dealing with this behind the scenes for a while, and he was doing the most trying to keep a lid on it, even though he couldn't. She was probably applying some pressure to him, like, yo, dog, I'm pregnant. What are you gonna do? You've been telling me you're leaving your wife. What's up? He ain't never leaving. Yeah, anyway. Okay. Chat, give me some topics, man. Holy shit. I'm like out of tires today. What did they say?
I want to see nobody go through that.
I have
with
a
their-
question, black man.
Give it to me.
Yo, anytime I see this, I hear this bitch's like hoarse voice. I can't, bro. I can't listen to the podcast, bro. I can't. Y'all gotta tell me what days this bitch is not up at the Joe Budden show, bro.
Every tournament.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. In a Chevy of their choice. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
When you walk into a Burlington, you're walking into low prices and amazing gifts. That's main character energy. Because at Burlington, the deals aren't the only thing bringing joy. Seriously, with these savings, why shop anywhere else this holiday? Burlington deals, brands, wow.
It's not a joke. I was sent the clip and I have to play it. I have to play it, chat. Here we go.
New York to world. Subscribe now to
My bad. We're going back in topics. Remember, 4 years ago, Ebro and Rosenberg respond to me. I don't even want to do too much commentary because I think their words are good enough. And I've said it enough. But I do want to play this, and I just want to look at the camera. And I want us to remember what I just talked about for the last hour and a half. And I want you to say, age.
Only airs on YouTube and Twitch.
Wait.
I go to YouTube.
With Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Everybody be popping this, I own my this and I own my that. You own it, but you still gotta go to YouTube, Twitch, IG Live, or wherever to distribute it.
I was wondering that. When people say they own their own platform.
What is that?
But
it
only airs on YouTube and Twitch. Do you own a piece of YouTube or Twitch I didn't know about?
You're a liar.
Last time I checked, you need to go through them. You developed your own software?
And they may, and by the way, you may have a deal with them, but guess what? They can cancel you at any time.
Bruh, he has the same deal that parents whose 10-year-old is really cute when he opens toys and the videos get 4 million each one. It's the same deal. Everyone gets the same deal. And by the way, I'm sure the money's good. But let's not pop off like when you're a boss when you sit in your basement playing video games.
No, I mean some of them dudes make a lot of money.
That's
So
okay,
you
but
taking
don't.
you taking my little moment and turning it. People out here they doing their thing with that, man.
No, but don't say you're a boss. Ebro, you don't even hear what he said.
No, I
he
didn't.
said that he's exactly. He said that people like you and I you basically were pawns. He's a boss. My question is, what are you boss of? Are you a boss at Twitch? Are you on the executive board at YouTube? What boss are you? Congrats, you make money. That's the whole point. Yes, we know that you propagate violence that actually happens. You take beefs between real people. That you propagate violence that actually happens.
Buick, now. Buick, exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
It's been years. But the events are still etched in my memory. Lost worlds. Frozen in time. New discoveries. Waiting behind every door. Across every chasm. I didn't know then the path this adventure would send me on. That it lit a fire that still burns. I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
You take beefs between real people, you repurpose it on your channels, you talk about it, you hype it up, and you hide in your basement, and you're paid handsomely for it. But the fact that that means I'm supposed to respect what you do, that's your contribution?
Losers.
Every once in a while you associate with some at best, artist who's gonna last for 5 minutes? At best, artist who's gonna last for 5 minutes? at best, artist who's gonna last for 5 minutes? That's what you do?
Now, all this is, y'all know what this movie is. We've seen this movie before. I'm gonna bring back a relic.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Star. All academics is a star. Doesn't Star still hide in the basement somewhere? And do a radio show somewhere?
I think in Atlanta.
He was another one couldn't go outside.
That's 22.
Pounds. Yeah, now I gotta lose a little bit more, but it's all good, man. Let's think about our relationship.
My boy got good advice for me, man.
I try.
Real nigga, man. I mean, you put me in right.
Gates, you walking mad as fuck here. I'm like, who?
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. In a Chevy of their choice. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Had to pay people to be safe. Hide behind police and talk greasy.
That I didn't know. That's true too?
Yeah! Yes! Hide. These niggas is hiding.
Yo, and all this time, I used to give Charlemagne a hard time just because he had security. At least he leaves the house.
Charlemagne's chilling.
He's out the house. He's got a guy who's 6'9" with him at all times, but he's out the house.
And bringing Charlemagne to the conversation, Charlemagne has actually pivoted his brand after to be on that mental health.
Bro, he created...
You get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You get the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You don't own YouTube. You don't.
Make sure you subscribe to Ebro in the Morning on YouTube. They give a fuck about, but you know, Ebro in the Morning on the YouTube. Subscribe.
Don't own IG. You own your brand as much as I own mine. I can take my brand, Ebro, and put it anywhere in the world at any time.
And then they tried, you know, when the Trumpster got in office. Listen, man, I don't capitulate well, bro. Been doing this too long. If you look around all the major media outlets, Bro just got, bro's a casino owner. You know those, he gotta raise $500,000 at Yahoo, billion, excuse me. They need my shit talking anti-Netanyahu, anti-government, progressive shit out the way, bro.
And at any time of day, and for any price I determine.
Make sure you subscribe to Ebro in the morning.
So you haven't even really been in the game long enough to understand how this is gonna play out for you.
It's cold outside, man. It's mad cold, bro. More to come. Ebro in the morning on the YouTube.
But I do appreciate the smoke. Academic. I do enjoy a good kerfuffle. A dust up, if you will.
I thought you were going to come for me yesterday.
Well, once I heard your audio, I'm actually hit Rosenberg with the button.
Congratulations.
I worked at Complex, the way that dude carried himself in that building. Let me tell you about the level of titmouse that dude was in that building. And the way he walked in the hallways. The speed walk that dude does to avoid confrontation in real life. Academics. The level of bitch in that dude. I am one of the softest dudes publicly in the history of hip-hop. I'm from Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Play some Disney music.
I went to Hebrew school, okay? With people named Shlomo and Ari and Avi, okay? This may be the only dude in the game who I would have zero hesitation scrapping with. Matter of fact, I know you're not much of a celebrity. You're just like a fat boy on Twitch. I would do a straight up celebrity boxing with you. I will Jake Paul Academics for charity. Mind you, for charity.
I got something that'll cheer you up, Jack. I go the other way. Trying to settle when it's me. No let my knees go weak. What's happening to me?
Eye care can be complicated. But VisionWorks makes things simple. We organize frames by shape and price, so it's simple to find a pair you love at a price you'll adore.
Oh, I love these.
And if you change your mind?
I changed my mind.
There it is. There's our 100-day guarantee. Ooh, those are nice. And that's the VisionWorks difference. We're still filming a commercial! Hey, VisionWorks. See the difference.
scrapping with. Matter of fact, I know you're not much of a celebrity. You're just like a fat boy on Twitch. I would do a straight up celebrity boxing with you. I will Jake Paul academics for charity. Mind you, for charity. There has to be a purpose. You are the softest man in the game.
I've heard enough.
That dude. I know your people named Shlomo and Ari and Avi. Okay, this may be the only dude in the game who I would have zero hesitation scrapping with. Matter of fact, I know you're not much of a celebrity. You're just like a fat boy on Twitch. I would do a straight up celebrity boxing with you. I will Jake Paul academics for charity. Mind you, for charity. There has to be a purpose. You are the softest man in the game.
I've heard enough.
Okay?
I've heard enough. Stop, make it stop.
Congratulations. You're the one who chose to play that part. The fact that he propagates violence and BS to make money and does.
New York, front, go!
Does it under the guise of it being hip-hop?
Gotta wait till you remember the rules. You gotta remember the rules.
Violence and the fact that he propagates violence and BS to make money and does it under the guise of it being hip-hop?
Jersey, go!
That's what bothers me. And the fact that he then follows that up by thinking his defense is how much money he's making, which does not fight against that point at all. That's all you can stand on is the money he made.
I also want to point out in hip hop history, anybody keeping score at home, The amount of people who have bragged about how much money they make and turned out broke in a few years. Hit the button.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That is a reoccurring theme in this game.
So if that's what you hang your hat on, that is fleeting. That's all I'm saying. What do you actually stand for?
And by the way, what Rosenberg is saying is what many artists have been saying to academics. You may have heard us bring it up yesterday. They have an app called Clubhouse, getting pretty popular. That is exactly what Meek Mill and others were saying to academics. And they have big problems. These people have real problems with academics. Like that sounded like it was really on site. When they see him, they want to let him know what time it is.
Well, I'm not an on-site kind of guy.
Sounded like you were on site yesterday. Let's get it.
Yeah, I was on a site.
Club at the ring out.
I was on a site. I was on his Instagram Live.
Embarrassing.
Segment over. You ever seen an ether without me saying words? That's the first time I did it. But it was so easy. Wow.
And was like, yo, we want you.
Okay. So, let me reset this topic one more time. Chat, talk to me. Talk to me. I look at my clock, it says we've been on for 5 hours. I'm feeling good. If y'all tired, it's 4:22 in the morning. If y'all tired, tell me, I get off. I think I got another hour in me at least. Should I get off, Chat? Should I get off? I'm chilling. I'm having a good time. I'm happy, but if y'all are tired, I don't want y'all to be in and out of sleep. I want y'all to focus. The weekend is here. It's holiday season. We love each other. Y'all want me to go to sleep or y'all want me to keep it rocking? Let me know. Y'all tired? If y'all tired, we can pick this up tomorrow. We're going every day. We're going every day. We're going every day. The people have spoken. We're going to keep it going. All right, chat. Listen, I'm feeling so good today. Hey, if you're up, I don't care where you are in the world. By the way, shout out to all my international viewers, people who watch on the West Coast or the Midwest. Of course, my East Coast viewers. I'm on the East Coast, but I'm feeling good today. I'm going to go until I can't go no more. Pause. Okay. I feel stupid saying pause at the end. They got me feeling like I'm academics. May have done it. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. He's not letting up. He's not letting up at all. All right. He's on pretty much a victory lap at this point, where he's celebrating how well this documentary is doing, but he's also like, taking aim at anybody who wants to show any sympathetic, love or anything of the sort to Diddy. Now he posted Ray J, and he said, "Hey yo, I bet you can't watch this without laughing." Let's see what he posted from them.
Nigga said I woke up with females in the bed. Then I woke up and Diddy was in the bed. What was Diddy doing in the bed, bro? Ooh. went and took a shit, and my shit coming out way more runnier. I'm feeling sore around the rear end area. I know what happened. I've been taken, and now I'm still here partying, acting like nothing ever happened. There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality. They're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood. Asses are being taken in ways that nobody can explain. Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Nigga said I woke up.
Okay. So, and that was really because of there was a longer discourse. I think I even posted the video. Did I post the video? Maybe LifeBoy's got it. And the longer video with Ray J was him showing a little bit of context and him kind of saying, yo, listen, are we believing all these motherfuckers, bro? You know, and I don't know if it pops up here, but he only put up the part where, and that's where I think 50 is good. That's what 50 is a media guy. So I keep telling you, the best people in hip hop know how to play the media. They know it. And 50 absolutely knows how to play the media. This is why it's incumbent on, whether it's personalities or whoever, try to show the entire picture, because if you clip shit up, everybody will go crazy. Anyway, I won't play the whole Ray J thing. Actually, I think I need to. I should. Right? I should. Again, my point in playing this is that Ray J. By the way, I think Ray J he does have some, self-admittedly, I think he has some issues.
Saying that they was getting their ass. I've been taken, and now I'm still here partying, acting like nothing ever happened. Because there's a lot of people out here.
Okay, there's posted what he said. I watched the original thing by Ray J in that vehicle. Wow, I can't find it now. Where did I see it at? Maybe it's on DJ Academic TV. Essentially, it was much more nuanced. It was much more like, yo, we gotta start looking at the people who are making these claims. We can't just take everything at face value, because the story is switching up, and these stories are now starting to sound a little bit odd.
As a journalist, you heard me say what I said, and that's kind of what cranked this whole thing up. But then fast forward to the documentary. Niggas saying that they was getting their ass taken, bro, multiple times. Kept partying. Nigga owe you some money? I mean, yo, what the fuck is going on in this world, bro? Nigga said I woke up with females in the bed. Then I woke up and Diddy was in the bed. What was Diddy doing in the bed, bro? Ooh, man, I went and took a shit, and my shit coming out way more runnier. I'm feeling sore around the rear end area. I know what happened. I've been taken, and now I'm still here partying, acting like nothing ever happened. Because there's a lot of people out here taking from people.
Okay. I can't find the full context, but the point of what I'm trying to say is that 50 is I think anyone who is slightly trying to frame this as maybe these people in the documentary aren't that truthful or they're bullshitting, 50, he's shrewd enough to ridicule those people or throw those people into the limelight as, yo, sound like you was playing with it, right?
Got a question. Hey, Puff, you watched that Netflix documentary? Cause, bro, they had you looking like the final boss at Bad Boy Records.
Okay.
Dude, is Gene Deal complaining about you? I'm complaining about you. You ain't heard all.
Now, I remember Torre said this yesterday, and I agree with it. You know, this documentary is really painting. The biggest accusation outside of what we know from the court case is basically saying that Diddy killed Pac, right? And 50's not backing off that claim. Or I don't want to say necessarily claim. He's not backing off that insinuation.
One of my homies from 30, I heard he gets every quarter he gets clothes, all this shit. Then you get this other dudes, a brand new Benzo or Maybach, another piece of the record company. God damn, homie. I was on top of the world till I met your motherfuckers, dude. Shit is wrong, dude. Come on, homie. I need something. So throw a dog a bone or something. Sit up there talking about you, Daddy Love. Show us some love. Mr. Love, I be watching you, dude. Damn, you ain't said shit or keep your heel, nothing. You walk around me like I'm shit on the ground or something. God damn, dog. You can get in contact with me, man. There's ways around that shit, dude. What the man, you know what I'm saying? There's ways around that, homie. Throw my kids something. Throw somebody kids something. God damn. Daddy Love, you ain't no.
Okay. So he's keeping that propaganda go up. And let me see. You know, 50 Cent tells all about a shocking documentary and the footage he couldn't wait to show everyone. And again, he's not done with Marlon Wayans yet. Was this? He gets at Marlon Wayans. The caption is, "This punk is blowing kisses to Diddy." It turns him into a white girl. Wow. Okay.
Hey, what's up? It's 50 Cent.
Now, what 50 has also done, he's done a new interview. And I ain't gonna lie, his interview's been really entertaining. But he's now teasing new footage. He's saying, I know y'all seen some footage I put out. Y'all just haven't seen the footage I didn't put out. Yeah. If it's never abundantly clear to y'all that 50 is, you know, bothered that Diddy has, you know, seemingly not, you know, has a pattern of he'll fuck the chick that used to fuck with his enemy, and clearly that's what Daphne Joy is. He brings it up, but he doesn't want to use himself as an example, right? He says it's clear that he'll sleep with a chick that's been with someone else. Like, isn't that all women, right? Like, you sleep with a woman that's been with no. He just doesn't want to use the most obvious example. So he says, yeah, he slept with a woman, or he's having a baby with a woman that slept with Tupac. Nah, we don't know about that. Let's talk about him sleeping with Daphne Joy. Him sleeping with a woman that had a baby with you. Again, I love 50, but, you know, 50, you know, again, I've been stuck in between, and Drill, this is what we should title this book. I'm trying to figure out if 50's hurt or is this revenge? Or maybe both of them could be the same thing. Because sometimes when you're hurt, you're just doing things out of the fact that you feel hurt, but without the hurt, you wouldn't do it. Or it's like, all right, bet, you played your hand? Watch me. Nah, fuck the hurt. I'm just gonna get you back even worse. Or maybe they both interlock. You guys tell me. He chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. 50, that's every woman in America. They're not finding no virgins. But we know what he means, right? We don't need him to spell it out. He's talking about he dates his enemies' girlfriends or baby mamas.
He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
Now, he has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac. Who? That's not Misa, is it? Which of these? This is how great ChatGPT is. Baby mamas used to date Tupac. Watch, ChatGPT is going to tell us. Watch. Oh, Sarah Chapman. See? Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. This ChatGPT shit or whatever this bullshit is, the AI shit is great. Okay, so Sarah Chapman. And that's the mother of his daughter, Chance. Previously dated Tupac in 1995. Maybe that's a area of connection there. Maybe Fifth is looking at it like, oh, this punk is trying to do to me what he did to Pac. He dated Pac's girl and had a baby with her. Then but Pac died. So Pac can't do nothing. Now he's trying to do me like that. He's trying to date my baby mama. And maybe like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think had not that Rico dropped, I think Diddy would have had a child with Daphne Joy. If we're believing that he's that maniacal, where he wants to fuck the girl that his enemies has been with, well, what better way to get at 50 than to fuck not only fuck because he was doing it already, fuck the girl that 50 was in love with, and had a baby with her as well. So now, y'all kids are brothers. Half brothers, but still brothers. By the way, I seen, shout out to my man Sean G. I think it's the podcast is sold, yeah. He brought up an interesting note when he was saying, he said there's a part where Daphne Joy is on the stand and she says, my child loves you, Puff, or my child loves Puff. And that has to stay. That does. Let me see. Clip. Yeah. He fucks with me a lot. I can't even lie to you. Is it this? Trying to find it. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, there's a part where like Daphne Joy basically testifies that her child, which is 50's son, loves Diddy. I don't know if I can find it here. Nah, he uploaded before.
Yo, what's up?
That's Danny Kane. That's that. That's not that. That's it. It's not that.
G, locked in. Detroit in the house, 313. What up? Funny Blue Jacket.
Nah. Oh, maybe this is it?
Hey, yo.
Here we go.
Funny Blue Jacket.
He's talking to Fifth.
Is this part in the documentary? I watched the first part last night. I didn't see this in there, but I want to ask you if this is in there. So on June the 6th, 2025, Maureen Comey was doing her direct examination of your girl that left you for Puff. She used to send Puffy text messages. See my notes? JD, Jane Doe, to P with a circle, Puff. That meant Jane Doe, JD with a circle, P with Puff. She would send sexually explicit text messages to Puff. She says that I wanted to have sex with someone else a lot to turn Puffy on. She texts Puffy on November the 9th, 2021. November the 9th, 2021. I'm horny for you. Puffy texts her back. You wanna ? Jane Doe texts this back to Puff. I want to suck Paul's dick while you give me that strong stroke game. Jane Doe sent another text message to Puff. That's all I'm supposed to have, sucking a hard dick while another dick is inside of me. These are the text messages that Jane Doe sent to Puff that they put on the screen. In the overflow, they will put these text at the trial. in New York. Yo, Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Good morning. I just wanted to know if this part was in the documentary. I still ain't watched it yet, but I think I'm gonna watch it today or tomorrow. This is my notes. I was an in-courtroom observer on the 24th floor in the overflow at the Puffy trial. I took notes. I was there every day. Jane Doe, on the stand, your girl that Puff took from you, she said that from February to May 2021, her and Puff like to have porn playing, and she would dress in provocative lingerie. She would dress in provocative lingerie, right? And that dress in provocative lingerie, and her and Puff would have sex for.
By the way, the interesting part is that there's not all of these details that came out in trial. Like the documentary didn't even fuck about it.
12 to 24 hours, and she would rub baby oil on him. Jane Doe would rub baby oil all over Puff, and Puff would rub baby oil all over Jane Doe, all over his body, all over his body. And Puffy would get the red light bulbs. They would have red light bulbs in the room. Curtis, they would take out the white light bulbs and screw in red light bulbs, and she would rub baby oil on Puff. Puff would rub baby oil on her. I loved the sexual experiences, felt exhilarating. I loved Puffy, P with the circle, that was my symbol for Puff, very much. So she was in love with Puff. I'm trying to see if
I have strong.
You was in love with her. She was in love with Puff. This was at the trial. This is Jane Doe's testimony. Maureen called me. This was the direct examination. When I got home, they had a threesome with Don from Cowboys and Angels. That was a freak-off. A freak-off was 3 people. Puff, Jane Doe, and a male escort. That was it. They did a freak-off with Don. When I got home after the freak-off, I felt exhilarated. It was fun, taboo, sexy, and crazy. That night opened the Pandora's box, a door that was open that I couldn't shut. Sean J. Podcast was sold. Don't never stop. Patterson, New Jersey.
Yeah, I can't find it. But essentially, it was something where she mentioned that the son of 50 Cent was endearing to Puff. Like, you know, he fucks with you.
Sure.
I can't find that. Yeah, I can't find it.
Your funny blue jacket. Detroit locked in. Another thing that came out at the trial, under oath, in the witness.
Yeah,
listen, man.
But just take my word for it. Again, it just kind of gives like this angle that if, you know, 50 is, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure even Future, like, nigga, every time Future sees that nigga Russell Wilson throw a football to his son, he probably disliked the picture. There ain't even a dislike button on Instagram, nigga. Fuck that. Come on, bro. Much less a nigga who's putting your baby mama in freak-offs and now you know, your baby mama, because that's another thing too. When you start, this is why I keep saying no single moms, bro. You start fucking with the baby moms, when she's trying to escalate the relationship, she try to, you know, because, you know, a lot of women, they try to do the package deal thing. Like, oh, you know, like we're a package deal. She gonna be like, yeah, yo, my kid loves you. My kid loves you. That's what Jane Doe was saying to Puff. Me and my son love you. Like, we love, like, my son loves when he's around you. And that's really just a tactic usually to get you to be like, oh shit. Of course the mom fucks with you. You're fucking the mom. But the kid loves you, looks up to you. Now, that in isolation is whatever. When the pops see that shit, fuck that, nigga. You know how 50 give it up. Whoever's 50's ops should be his son ops. Look at how he did Marquise. So you could tell 50 even seen shit like that was gonna enrage him. That's petty. I might just put this bitch out on YouTube. Niggas gotta know about this. If 50 keeps like throwing that in the air, he keeps throwing this idea of bankruptcy, like, you know, and maybe it's coming from a good place. By the way, 50 has filed bankruptcy before. But he keeps throwing in bankruptcy in there. And I think all of these things, like, we'll never get that real 50 interview where he's just like, you know, completely bare, because he has this persona and definitely ego like most of us. But him particularly, he won't tell us like where he was really offended. Clearly, we could easily point to nigga fucking your baby moms, your son probably looking up to him. Yes, big thing, right? Like, we get it. But there's much more things to that, right?
Just his ego. I would have.
But him mentioning, like, why do you care if he files bankruptcy? 50 says that deliberately. And this is my assumption that you remember when 50 had that song, Forbes 1, 2, 3, and it was him, Jay-Z, and Diddy on the same song. It was the I Get Money remix, right? I think niggas at a point, maybe Diddy probably at a point, when 50 did file bankruptcy, by the way, this is 17 years ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. After 50 filed for bankruptcy, I think they looked at him like, this broke ass nigga, he not in our realm no more. It's just 50 versus Diddy. And by the way, if you watch Forbes, they should put out a Cash Kings list. It was always Diddy and Jay, 1 and 2, and 50 dropped out that list, especially when he filed bankruptcy. I'm pretty sure there was some shit talk in there. Like, yeah, man, you don't got like that no more, Playboy. You get what I'm saying? And I think 50, he got an axe out to grind. I think the next win he wants to see is Diddy filing bankruptcy. Diddy basically saying, I'm insolvent. I can't do anything. Somebody said, 50 wrote his verse. Well, we all know. Remember when they all was on stage with T.I., I think? 50, Diddy. They were all on stage. It was a little bit awkward.
What's happening? Say, my nigga.
Now, I want to go back. Let's pick a year. When did 50 file for bankruptcy? When did 50 Cent file for bankruptcy? So, I spelled that wrong. He filed for bankruptcy in 2015. So let's look at Forbes Cash Kings list 2016. Let's look at it. Look, Diddy was number 1. Jay-Z was number 2. Dre, then Drake. And basically who fell out of that list was infamously 50 Cent. Let's go to the Cash Kings list. Been around for a while. Let's go to 2010, right? This is a hip hop Cash Kings list in 2010, right? Let's see. Oh my God, I can't fucking. Oh, somebody asked, yo, Forbes, stop being trash, my nigga. I can't even find it there. Fuck. Can't even find it on Forbes' own website. Okay, here we go. Where's the list? Everybody has. This is what I'm glad blog culture is done, bro. all they fucking did was just spam ads. Like, oh, is this the list right here? Okay, this is a list. So this is a list in 2010. Jay-Z, Diddy. Oh, Akon made it. Where was 50? Was 50 on the list? Was 50 on the list? I think 50 was going to get lawsuits at that point. Yeah, I think they were starting to look down on 50, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, again, this is me, you know, he fell to 14. Now, when did I Get Money come out? I Get Money. 2008? That came out in 2008, right? Am I tripping or am I right? 2008, right? Do we have a date on this? It's 2008. If it was on the Curtis album, 50 Cent Curtis album. That album was 2008 or 2007. So look, 50 in 2010 is number 14. Number 1 and 2 is Jay-Z and Diddy, right? Even when we go to 2016, that's the year after he filed bankruptcy, number 1 and number 2 is Jay-Z and Diddy. They were always 1 and 2. Let's go to Hip Hop Cash Kings list 2000 and I don't know. If the Forbes, all right, it was 2007. Let's go to 2006. 2006. Let's look at that now. Here we go. Bingo. See, this tells me all I need to know. This is why they did the Forbes 1, 2, 3 list. Because at a point, it was Jay-Z, 50, and Diddy. You got to remember, 50's rise has been very interesting, chat. And we got to, kind of go back into this. And you know, if we could get Trap Lord Ross, a little bit sidetracked from, covering the murders and get him onto some shit like this would be a great documentary. But maybe you have to be a little bit older to kind of do this, right? Because you'd have to kind of be around to kind of know some of this nuance, unless you do good at research. Here's the thing. The idea of 50 being like this huge mogul came from 2 successful albums, Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre, and this deal of vitamin water, which people kind of rumored that he got $400 million, which supposedly wasn't $400 million or whatever the case. It was marginally less, but still, people put him in this mogul category, right? Jay-Z quickly started doing business moves, and I'm not gonna lie to you, 50 was the last to the party in terms of business mogul shit. Obviously he comes from rap, but he emanates from rap, but business mogul shit outside of rap, he was the last to get there. We know Diddy had clothes at a point. Now obviously we know there was June in clothing, so I'm not saying that. But Diddy got into vodka, right? And Jay clearly got into not only artist management, but Jay got into many things. He got into DSPs. Where did Jay make most of his money from? Am I tripping? Obviously Rockaware, but Jay's business ventures have been Rock Nation. Chad, where did Jay-Z's wealth come from? Am I tripping? I'm definitely tripping. Where did Jay-Z's wealth come from? Especially in that year. Oh yeah, he had the he had Duce, he had Ace of Spades, I think that's what this is, Armand de Brenage. Title didn't come yet, but he had Rockaware. He was definitely moving around. I think at that point, when 50 dropped the Forbes 1, 2, 3 shit, he was kind of feeling like he was in this mogul category. And I don't know, and I hope y'all don't think I'm hating on 50. But I think 50 found really his path when the movies started kicking off and subsequently turned to the Stars thing with him being a producer in these shows culturally. That became a huge cash cow for him outside of music. Other than that, we knew he was getting a lot of money for music because he had really successful records. But,